Okay. So just so we're clear here, I'm going to here. Take this off for a second. Here's the desk. Nothing. That's a blank page. That's actually chemistry. I'll show you after. And then here's this. Where's this? This is actually for D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. As you can see right there. So there's nothing around me I can cheat off of. Just so we're clear. And actually here, let me show you. I guess my phone's here. I'll just throw it on the bed over there. And then this is chemistry. Chemistry. Let me show you. Look, atomic structure. I guess I'll put this away just so you don't have to worry about anything. You know, there's no papers around here like this going over there, and this D&D sheet. I'll just throw it over there as well. So there's nothing more over here. And then okay, so I'll start sharing my screen. Let me, yeah. How do I do this? Let me think here. Hello? Okay. Share screen. I don't, oh, it's right there in the middle. This share. Okay. So we can go and you are screen share. It says I'm screen sharing. I'm going to go and close out the rest of these tabs, except for the one I'm going to be using. And then I'm just going to maximize this. All right. And then we're going to take it. Oh, my ID. This is my ID. Jason Lushing. I don't know if it's flipped or not. The camera seems to do that. I don't know what the deal is. But let's start. Okay. I guess now that I'm in my house alone, I'm gonna talk about what I'm thinking. I think allow me. That's usually what I do. I like to do that. So obviously this one, Stan spends some time in the local mall observing the behavior of shoppers. That's observation. And then, I mean, that's the first one, but just to be safe, his notes reveal a tendency for people to smile when someone, even a stranger, smiles at them. Later in the semester, he designs a questionnaire. So then there's survey. And then he honors a smiling causes returns a smile. So he designs a study. There we go. Next. Lysandra takes a sip of cold, sweet, cold, wet, tingly, slightly bitter. She reports Lysandra is engaging in introspection. It's either introspection because it's herself. She's talking about it. Either that or psychoanalysis, but I don't think so because it's her account on what it tastes like. Let's just sip of cola. It's not Coke. Coca-Cola. You're designing an experiment to test whether cooking meals together influences family happiness. You're designing an experiment to test whether cooking meals together influences family happiness. If you want to avoid any potential confounds, you should avoid all of the following except random assignment, cooking meals together influences family happiness, random assignment. You should avoid all of the following: convenience, samples, experimenter effects, and demand characteristics. Okay. When it means random assignment, are you meaning like, because it influences family happiness? Are we talking about, so are you taking people and are you taking people? I talk slower. I should just think. I can't talk. It helps sometimes, but I think faster than I speak. I mean, random assignment. Are you randomly assigning? Are you randomly assigning like, I don't know, people to your influences family happiness? So you taking families and making them cook meals together or what? Because then random assignment wouldn't work at all. Or if it's, I think it's that. So you wouldn't want to do random assignment. Demand characteristics. You should avoid all the following except demand characteristics. Was, well, I probably should know that to be honest. Experimenter effects, convenience samples. Convenience samples, probably not. Experimenter effects. Hmm. She's enough shirts in the right size. She buys a lot of shirts. The average, which would be mode, the median's this middle. Average, the average consumer buys this many of these shirts. On average, these shirts are bought. This week, 76 of these bought, 75, 79, 73. So the average consumer buys these the most, so she buys the most here. Standard deviation. I should know this from chemistry. I completely forgot. But if you use standard deviation, you also have to calculate the, because if you do standard deviation, it gives you the bell curve. But then you'd have to also calculate, what are the average people, like it's mode. Dr. Pepper found a negative relation between the number of salt drinks consumed by pregnant women and the birth weights of their children. Dr. Pepper found a negative correlation. Dr. Pepper can conclude that soft drink consumption causes lower birth weights. A, neg- a negative correlation. Soft drink consumption causes lower birth weights. Soft drink, include that as Soft drink consumption causes higher birth weights. Birth weights. As soft drink consumption increases, birth weight increases. It's primarily motivated by food. Human behavior. Hypothetical is definitely false. Theoretical? No. Operation or technical? For my operation, let's go with technical. Describe the questionnaire. It's a dependent variable. Confounding, random, independent. Technically dependent. Now, confounding. I mean, if the score on the questionnaire is dependent of the maybe have a stronger relationship or are more related. Because it's a line in the dots. A stronger relationship. A strong relationship are more related. I'm more related to you. I have a strong relationship. Childlike intelligence test and also test ability IQ 106 where he took the same test to his analysis and he reviews these side. It's unreliable. Experiment to see whether solving crossword puzzles helps a person's memory, and then study the experimental group will not take memory tests. The experimental group and the control group, The experimental group will solve crossword puzzles, and the control group will not solve crossword puzzles. Neglect syndrome is an extremely rare brain disorder, so rare that it is like case studies. Julie is pregnant. She wants to keep healthy throughout her pregnancy. Her house is old. She wants to keep healthy. Throughout her pregnancy. Since her old house. Since her house is old, she has a check for lead paint. She's afraid to effect of. She is afraid of the effect of teratogens. George's mother leaves him sitting in the grocery cart. Cake next. George screams as she leaves, reaching for her. When she returns, she pushes her, but then pushes her away. George's behavior is consistent with a. Okay, it's definitely not secure. Insecure, resistant. Insecure, disorganized, disoriented. What is even is? Insecure, avoidant. I don't think that's it's resistant. Right? And then it's just resistant after that. Secure, insecure, resistant, resistant. I don't think it's avoidant. You avoid, you resist. You don't purposefully avoid, you resist. It's definitely one of these two. But I know exactly what they're talking about. Oh, this is whack. Can't trust sure what it means. It can most likely be the development. Pre-operational sensor and motor. Sensor and motor, no. Formal, operational, concrete, operational, pre-operation. It's not concrete. That's like the highest end. Pre-operational. Sensory motor is like not that. So what's that ball in the sky? It's more replies that it is the sun. That by inherent system around one system. So this is an example of assimilation. Yeah. Keeps her new baby boy well fed and clean. However, she does not want to spoil it. That's not too much. By Harry Harlow's research with the monkeys. What was that? Humans are intelligent, and the young can thrive without being young. Humans are intelligent. Sharon notices their baby surveying the time she places it in her infant's palms. Baby shows this reflex. Most babies survive. His person to walk from by holding her hands. Most parents. Most parents. Also, walking at the same age can best be explained by prenatal development. No, that's wrong. No. See depth. No. See object is getting larger as they come closer. See depth in the picture on his wall. See depth? No. Babies don't have any sense of depth perception. The object is getting larger when they come closer. Is that depth perception? Hi. Everybody has that ability. I mean, think of myself, but I'm not a baby. They stare. They stare longest at things they're not hip with, right? I mean, babies don't do imprinting. They're not. They don't know which is their mother until a while. Till they get accustomed to it. Just not get caught, go to jail. The convention. Convention. Concentration, conservation. Because there's one depth perception, right? No, they're like an object disappears. No, because she knows object permanence. She has object permanence. Because she knows that the quarter is going into the piggy bank and he's eating it. So slows central nervous system. Okay, dopamine, not it. You want to slow your nervous system? GABA and glutamate. If you increase GABA, it's a depressant. Decrease glutamate, it's a depressant. Epinephrine, I think we go with that one. But do depressants increase the release of the GABA? Because it's a depressant, which would slow your nervous system. Like a stimulant would increase dopamine production. Would it? It will definitely increase. I think it's GABA. Epinephrine. That's like a. It's like a. Puts you to sleep. In an emergency situation, the adrenal glands of the body secrete emergency hormones. Emergency hormones. Prepares the body for fight or flight. Okay, this is somatic. Somatic, right? Because you don't classify, because both of these include fight or flight. No. One is calm and one is crazy. Parasympathetic is calm. So do we say somatic or parasympathetic? I think we say parasympathetic. The adrenal glands. It's not talking about somatic or the other big top tier. They do both. They could both fall in place here. They could both go here, right? Because the parasympathetic is in the somatic. So it's a matter of how specific. I'm assuming you want me to get more specific, but it's kind of whack. Not gonna lie. The parietal lobes, occipital lobe, for the rear portion of the cortex specialize in. So the occipital lobe is here. I don't remember what they mean by cortex. To frontal lobe, occipital lobe, temporal lobe. With occipital. The body from Neurons transmit information from the brain. No, they go from the receptors to the brain. Right. Or by the way, the spinal cord. Boom. Or they go boom. The spinal cord. Brain through the spinal cord to the vital organs. From the brain. Sensory neurons. My senses don't go from the brain. They give my brain information. Sensory neurons, the motor neurons. Sensory neurons to the spinal cord. Or the spinal cord. Spinal cord, spinal cord. From the sensory neurons. I don't think it's this one because they talk about sensory neurons in the question. Callosum. Responsible for, let's say this. Hopefully, I just don't know. Because that's important in muscle contraction is norepinephrine again. Acetylcholine. Acetylcholine is the stuff in Botox. It's definitely not serotonin. This makes you paralyzed. Norepinephrine. I'm going to say it's epinephrine because if it epinephrine. So it's either soma or with axon. Axon. Soma. 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 Secret the fattest cat on earth. By snake cats when they control its hunger and thirst traps. This is messed up. The device and the hunger and thirst. I'm thinking amygdala. Scan experiences damage to his after split brain surgery. Right hemisphere of the patient's brain. Patient saw your chair. Right, because the left speak it. The right kid. Fence. Honestly, thinking the brain because he pulled away before he felt it. Right? It's like the signal to your hand, to your brain to pull away. It's got to be sensory neurons. Because he didn't sense it. But everything else realized something was mad. Something bad was happening. But if he senses something bad was happening, right? Your senses. Chinese. Children's faces. Brain surgery kit. Home brain surgery kit. Stimulated. Skipper and the professor stimulated while playing with their new do-it-yourself home brain do-it-yourself home brain surgery kit. The skipper and the professor stimulate an area of Gilligan's temporal lobe. No. What is information travel between neurons? Becky. Definitely last time in REM sleep. Right there's consciousness. Is not. It's when he was young. This is why. This is also why Becky gets less time in REM sleep because she's older. His character evolve fully except muscle paralysis, increased brain activity, delta brain waves. I want to say muscle paralysis, because you can always immediately wake up and be like, hey, dream, increased brain activity. It's because you're dreaming muscle paralysis. Let me change. Somebody's dreaming move in their sleep. Yeah, because I think in stage 4 is when muscle paralysis hits. Multi-functions can be achieved through the following except meditation. It's pretty easy. Which statement about hypnosis is true? Hypnosis does not result in altered state. That's gay. Hypnotize a person is under complete control. It's not true. Hypnosis can change a person's pattern or brain activity. Absolutely. Wait. A person experiences consciousness that is the same as sleeping? I don't know. I don't think so. Person's pattern or brain activity. I think that's true. Allowing drugs is a stimulant. Cocaine. Gina got drunk last night. What made her feel disinhibited and relaxed because alcohol is a depressant. Sabrina was sleeping when her roommate woke up for class. Sabrina was very groggy and disoriented, asking, dinner, where am I? What day is it? She got woken up in stage 4, dude. A faith healer claims to cure cancer by asking people to become aware of their liver and to control the liver's removal of impurities from the bloodstream. You know that is impossible because the activities of the liver occur at the subconscious level of awareness. Okay. Predictions on my score. I think I failed. Yeah, I know a lot of the concepts. I know the only stuff I really struggle with in terms of concepts is the biology of it. And then I don't know names. So when you have names like this, you know, I really no idea. I think I failed. Let's do 50 to 60 range. Oh, almost there. We needed what? 4 more questions, correct? I'm happy with it. For now, I'm definitely aiming for 90% on the next one. So we'll see how it turns out. Not looking too well so far. But anyway, I'll see you later, Professor. It's been fun. I do enjoy this class a lot. I hated the biology section, not gonna lie. It's so hard. It's so boring to me, the biology specifically. The rest is very interesting. Yeah, definitely didn't study I didn't study the biology. And I didn't study enough of the other stuff, but I am interested. I'll let you know that right now. And I'm definitely aiming for a 90 on the next one. Try to get a B in this class. So yeah, thank you. This is going to be the end.